everybody, my name is John Proulx and I want to share with you something that was a life-changing experience for me as a musician. For a long time as a young jazz artist, I was listening to a lot of my favorite piano players, and I was listening to some kind of sound that they were using over the 5 chord, and I couldn't quite figure it out until I learned about this scale that really unlocked a lot of the secrets of playing over a 5 chord, and it's the diminished scale over dominant chords. There are only 3 diminished scale, which I thought was amazing too. Once you learn those 3 diminished scales, you can play over any dominant chord. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to get started, so let's do it. So typically when we think of the diminished scale, we think of 2 different things. We think of a diminished scale used over a dominant chord that starts with a half step first, and we think of a diminished scale used over a diminished chord with the whole step first. So, and then we alternate whole steps and half steps. So those are the 2 kind of diminished scales that are used. For this course, we're going to be talking about the diminished scale used over dominant chords primarily. So we're going to start talking about the first scale, and this one starts on C, and we're going to alternate half steps and whole steps. So we're starting on C, then we go up a half step, D flat, E flat, E natural, F sharp, G, A, B flat, C. Again, then we go back down, we have the root, minor 7, 13, 5, sharp 11, 3, sharp 9, flat 9, root. I oftentimes will look at this scale and I'll say, what are the black notes so that I can get them under my fingers? And that would be the C sharp, the E flat, the F sharp, and the B flat. You look at that chord, that's kind of interesting too, right? It looks like a F sharp 6 chord. That's kind of interesting observation. And then you look at the white notes, and we have a C, we have an E, we have a G, and an A. And that looks like a C6 chord. So we have a C6 chord, and we have a F sharp 6 chord. And we put them together, and we have this, again, root, flat 9, sharp 9, 3, sharp 11, 5, 13, flat 7, root. Back down, 7, 13, 5, sharp 11, 3, sharp 9, flat 9, root. And this is a scale that can be used over C7, over E flat 7, over F sharp 7, and over A7. So that this one scale can be used over all of those dominant chords, E flat 7, F sharp 7, A7. And later I'm going to show you how to apply that to 5-1 exercises. So the great thing with the diminished scale is you hear these chord extensions in the scale. So if we have a C7 and you're playing this diminished scale, you hear, oh, that's a flat 9 and that's a sharp 9. Wow, and then we have the sharp 11 and we have the 13th. And realizing that just by playing the half step, whole step, half step, whole step, we're playing all those chord extensions, these altered kind of beautiful tones that I was hearing, and that was really that aha moment for me. And the fact that you can use this scale over 4 different chords was mind-blowing, and I think that's really cool. And so I'm going to show you how to use the other scales in the same way. The second scale is similar in that we are starting with a half step first, but this time we're starting on D flat. So we have half step first, so we have root, flat 9, then we alternate whole steps. So we have whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step. And again, if we're talking about the notes themselves, we have the root, minor 7, 13, 5, sharp 11, major 3rd, sharp 9, flat 9, root. And I think it's interesting too, when we say dominant chords, look at the chord extensions of this scale, and you'll see that we have both the flat 9 and the sharp 9, and we have the sharp 11, and we have the 13th. So when you're looking at a chord symbol and you see D flat 7, flat 9, this is when you would use the diminished scale. Or you see a D flat 7, sharp 9, you can use this scale. Or if you see a D flat 7, sharp 11, you can use this. Or a D flat 13, you can use this. So any of those notes, you can use this diminished scale. So again, you can use this over D flat. If you go up a minor 3rd, you can use the same scale on E, Go up another minor third to G7, same scale. Another minor third, B flat, same scale. And I'm going to show you how you can apply that to one chords. We'll go 5-1 in a second. So that's the second scale. You just look at the black notes of that just to kind of get them under your fingers again. So for the second scale, we have a D flat, A flat, B flat. So we only have 3 black notes there, right? All the other ones are the white notes. So we have D, E, F, G, B. So that's just kind of worth noting because it's also a visual thing besides reading the actual notes. Okay, the third scale, again, starts on a half step up from C sharp, so it starts on D, and again, alternates half steps, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, and back down. And it's the same way of naming them. We have the root, we have the flat 9, sharp 9, major third, sharp 11, 5, 13, minor 7, root. And if we look at the black notes of this one, we have an E flat, we have an F sharp, and an A flat. So again, only 3 black notes in this third scale. The rest are white notes. We have an D, F, A, B, and a C. And so if we talk about which chords we can use over that, we would have a D7, we have an F7, same scale, we have an A flat, and a B7. So, and then the reason there are only 3 of these scales is that once we get to E flat, we're repeating the same scale as we did on C. So that's why there are only 3, because once we've played all 3 of these scales, we've covered all of the dominant chords, which is a very cool concept. Okay, so we're going to start with the first scale and show how we can use this 5-1 chord progression, starting with C7. Now C7 is 5 in the key of F, so we're going to go from an C7 to an F major 7 using the first diminished scale, starting on C. So we're going to start with C and go root, flat 9, sharp 9, 3, sharp 11, 5, 13, flat 7. So doing the scale up and then coming back down. Now when we get to the bottom of the scale here, we're going to resolve it to the 1 chord, and my left hand's playing root 7. My right hand, besides just playing the root of the scale, I'm also playing the 3rd of the F major chord. So we have that. So again, it would be this. We have ascending and then descending, resolving to F major 7. Now, you can do it ascending or descending. Typically, I like to do it descending just because I'm going to this 1 chord, so usually I'll do, or if you have a 2-5-1, you can even start on the 2 chord and then go to the 5 chord and then to the 1. So just there's different applications for this scale, but it's a great scale to use over the 5-1 chord progression. All right, great. So now we're going to put this to use by playing with a backing track. I'm going to play through the scale the first time with the track, and then when I get to the F major 7, we're going to do that for 2 bars, and then you're going to do that same scale up and down. So we're going to do a little bit of question answer. Here we go. Now your turn. Here we go. Great. Nice job. So now that you're familiar with the scale, you're able to play it in time with the track, we're going to do a little bit of improv trading. So I'm going to play through this example 1 time. You're going to go and play it a 2nd time. You're going to do a response. I'm going to play it a 3rd time. I'm going to do something different. And then you do your own thing the 4th time. So we're kind of going back and forth with these 4-bar phrases. You can either copy what I'm doing if you'd like, or you can make something up on your own. It's up to you. Your turn. Great, great job. So the thing about the diminished scale, which I love, is that you can take something, a short idea of the diminished scale. Let's say you start on the E flat and you go, let's say you take 4 notes. You can take that little example, da 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 da, and you can move it up a minor third, da 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 da, and then go up another minor third, da 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 da, then another minor third, da 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 da, and then going back down, you can do the same thing, da 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 da, then go down a minor third, da 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 da, down a minor third, da 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 da, another minor third, da 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 da. So there's some really cool patterns that you can come up with just by taking a short part of the diminished scale and then transposing it up a minor third. It's really a cool thing. Okay, great. So now we're going to move up a minor third to E flat 7, and you already know the scale because it's the same scale as we did on C, but it's starting on E flat. Same notes exactly. But this time we're going from E flat. E flat is 5 in the key of A flat. So we're going from E flat 7 to A flat 7. So I think we're going to try it with the track together. So I'm going to play through the scale with the track the first time, and then you'll do it the second time. Here we go. Your turn. Great. For additional practice with these scales, you can go to pianowithjonny.com and download the backing tracks. Okay, great. Now we're moving up a minor third from E flat to F sharp 7. And again, F sharp is 5 in the key of B major 7. And it's the same scale as we just used on the E flat diminished, but we're starting on F sharp now. So we have F sharp, which then resolves to B major 7. We're going to do it the same way. I'm going to play the scale through once with the track, and then you'll repeat after me. Here we go. Your turn. Great. Okay, then we go up from F sharp, a minor third, and we're at A7. Now A7 is 5 in the key of D major 7. Again, same notes as we did over the F sharp diminished, but we start on A. So we have, which then resolves to the D major 7. I'll play it through once with the track. You'll repeat after me. Here we go. Your turn. Great. One other thing I like to do as well, and you can try this at home, which kind of covers all of these scales within this particular family, this first scale family. Sometimes I like to play the diminished scale starting on C and continue it up, and in my left hand I just play up chords going up minor thirds and then back down. So I might go like this. And just keep playing that in your left hand so that you can just see that it's just the same scale on all of these chords. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, we've come to scale number 2, starting on D flat. So again, it's the same half step, whole step idea, going up, back down, and then to G flat major. So we have D flat 7, which is 5 of G flat major 7. And again, the right hand, just as in the other scale, we have root, flat 9, sharp 9, 3, sharp 11, 5, 13, minor 7, root, and back down. So let's practice it together. I'm going to play the scale through once with the track, and then you'll repeat after me. Let's try that together. Here we go. Your turn. Great. All right, cool. Now we're going to do a little bit of solo trading. So I'm going to play 4-bar solo. You play 4 bars. I'll play 4 bars. You play 4 bars. Again, you can repeat after me if you'd like to take some of those ideas, or you can just come up with your own idea using the diminished scale. Here we go. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. Great. So we're moving up from D flat to a minor third to E7. And again, E7 is 5 in the key of A major. And again, it's the same notes as we used on the D flat scale, but now we start on E and resolve to A major 7. So I'll play with the track the first time, you play it the second time. Here we go. Your turn. Great job. Okay, now we go up from E7, a minor third, to G7. Again, G is 5 in the key of C major 7. So same scale as we used on the E diminished, same as G. So we start on G and we go and resolve to C major 7. So I'm going to play it the first time through and then you play it the second time. Here we go. One thing I noticed as well is after I did I was doing this little comping thing in the left hand for those 2 bars, so you're welcome to do that if you'd like. I'm basically playing the note on top here, and then underneath I'm playing this rhythms with the other note. So I go 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and. Just a little comping pattern that you can add in if you'd like. So after we play the G7 diminished, we go up a minor third and play B flat diminished. So again, B flat diminished, same scale as G, but now we started on B flat. B flat is 5 in the key of E flat major 7. So we have and resolve to E flat major, or you can move it up an octave as is written here to E flat major 7. I'll do it the first time, you repeat after me. Here we go. Your turn. Great. I know it's strange sometimes when you're playing these scales because even though it's the same scale, sometimes starting on a new scale degree can be a little confusing, but just remember it's the same exact note. So if you ever are unsure of that, just go back to the original scale and play that. It's the same notes that you're playing, just in minor thirds. All right, we've come to the last diminished scale, the third diminished scale, and this one starts on D. And so we have, again, the root, flat 9, sharp 9, 3, sharp 11, 5, 13, minor 7, root, and then back down. Now D7 is 5 in the key of G major 7, right? And again, if you're looking at the black notes in this particular diminished scale, the black notes are E flat, F sharp, A flat. The white notes are D, F, A, B, C. So I'm going to play the scale through once, and then you'll repeat it after me with the track. Here we go. You try it. Great. So now that you're familiar with the scale, let's work on a little bit of improv, some improv ideas. I'm going to play an improv idea for 4 bars. You play for 4 bars. I'll play for 4 bars. You play for 4 bars. And again, you can repeat exactly what I'm doing if you can figure that out, or you can just make up your own line using the diminished scale. So let's try it together. Here we go. I'll start. Your turn. My turn. Your turn. Great. Awesome. Okay, so now we went from D7, we go up a minor third to F7. Again, it's the same scale we used on D, but we start on F. Now notice when we start on F though, there's 2 black notes right next to each other. That's kind of good to just look at, right? Now F is 5 in the key of B flat, so we resolve to B flat. Again, it's same notes as the scale you just played before, so let's try it together with the track. I'll play it first, you repeat after me. Here we go. Your turn. Cool. All right, now we go up from F7, a minor third, to A flat 7. Again, same scale we just used on F, but now we started on A flat. Again, kind of noticing that right away we don't have any black notes after the A flat until we get to the E flat. And again, A flat's 5 in the key of D flat major. So it's A flat 7 to D flat major 7. Again, I'll play it the first time, you join me the second time. Here we go. Your turn. Great. Okay, now we're going to go up to B7, a minor third up from A flat 7 to B7. B7 again is 5 in the key of E major 7. And it's the same scale as we just used on A flat. But now we started on B. And again, if you're looking at your hands, we don't get to the black note until the E flat here. And then we have the black notes there. And then we resolve to E major 7. So I will do it the first time and you repeat after me. Here we go. Let's try it. Your turn. Great. So what I like to do with all these diminished scales, and the more you practice them, the more you'll get to know which scale goes with which chord. But until you do, one thing I like to do in my music, at least when I was first learning these diminished scales, is every dominant chord that I see that goes from a 5 to a 1, I would write a 1, a 2, or a 3 next to that dominant chord, just so that I could remind myself which scale that is that I'm using, which of those 3 diminished scales. Is it the first one? Is it the second one? Or is it the third one? And I just write a little number next to that. And sometimes what you discover is, you might have a C7 and then you might have an A7, and you say, wait a second, they're a minor third apart. That's the same scale. Pretty cool, right? So you start to see the patterns between the different chords. So I'd recommend, until you get really comfortable with the scales, on your music, if you just pencil in which number of the scale it is and refer back to that, you'll get these notes. Thank you so much. It's been great talking about the diminished scale with you. It was mind-blowing for me when I first discovered it, and I hope it was for you too. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the lesson, be sure to check out pianowithjonny.com. We have over 1,000 step-by-step lessons for all playing levels, where you'll learn your favorite songs, styles, and how to improvise at the piano. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.